gisee bilay sama xel day dem ci yow ay guddi gi xaaji damay wéet man de mujj feebar ma am li may sentir ci sama bopp man mi ndekki na mee lan may gaañ muy mbëggeel a bari doole my chérie xam nga ne nama naa la my baby dëggi dëggi nama naa la Royatuma sax sa jëmm ji la bëgg kañ ngay ñëw ma gis la wéetam téléphone royatuma sax sa jëmm ji la bëgg
lii ngeen daal fecc bu neex waaye tey nag lu bees saxam laaj ma lan la
moo de lu mu
joxtaan
ba
war a ko indi joxtaan ma waay
man de ita joxtaan ma jaay bu la fekkee nga dee
ita joxtaan ma
man dumbe
ma joxtaan may taxataay joxtaan neex yooyee yaa ma ko daamal digal lay ma joxtaan may bëgg dafa neex lool wol ma ti mu metti yaa ma ko daan dafa metti ma gën day la waar yow kaay waay baby kaay wuyoo na ma naa la baby kaay waay my baby kaay wuyoo na ma naa la Abusma Diouf chéri ami sekk boo tukkee kala bul yaa ñëwal bëgg naa la bëgg nga ma booba sore na ma tey bul ma sori tuxutaan ma di ma joxataan may kàqataay tuxutaan ma chéri na ma naa la digal yow kaay waay my baby kaay wuyoo na ma naa la
ma ne la man coxotaan ma ndax Paa Omar Jaaga may coxotaan loo bi mu woyee coxotaan ba léegi dema coxotaan def maa neex dee ma coxotaan rek ma lay reetaan demeewuloo coxotaan ita coxotaan ma coxotaan ma waay
It's time for the news in summary with me, Famar Fofana. The President, His Excellency Sheikh Professor Haji Dr. Yahya Jammeh has arrived in the Ethiopian capital Addis Ababa late Friday afternoon, where he joined leaders from the continent to discuss Africa's relationship with the International Criminal Court at The Hague. The authority of the AU called for an emergency session on Saturday to marshal an African response to what is generally seen as selective justice by the court at The Hague. The one-day summit ended with leaders of the continent issuing a joint communique in which they state, among other things, their disappointment with the ICC and vow never to condone the indictment of any sitting head of state from the continent. Professor Jammeh had stated earlier in an interview with journalists at the Douala International Airport in Cameroon that the issue of mass withdrawal, as suggested by some countries, would not be an intelligent decision to make, but insist that Africa should instead stay within the Rome Statute, which establishes the ICC to have a platform to fight their case. Meantime, the President, His Excellency Sheikh Professor Dr. Yahya Jammeh, accompanied by a high-power delegation, will return to Banjul Sunday, 13 October 2013 at 10:45 a.m. from Addis Ababa, where he joined fellow African heads of state for a special summit. All those expected to receive the President on arrival are urged to be at the airport at least half an hour before arrival. Men and women of the 2 Infantry Battalion of the Gambia Armed Forces have descended on their groundnut and Findi farms for a weeding exercise. The battalion commander says he is hopeful of a good yield from the farm. The Asian island nation of Taiwan is 102 years old, and the Taiwanese diplomatic mission in Banjul was joined by Gambia government officials and foreign diplomats to mark the momentous day. Having declared Tuesday, 15 October 2013 as Idul Adha or Tobaski, the Imam Ratib of Banjul, Alhaji Cherno Ali Maska, and officials of the Gambia Supreme Islamic Council met at the council's office in Kanifing, urging all imams to use their sermons to offer prayers for everlasting peace and prosperity in the Gambia. The Imam Ratib and Council also seized the opportunity to remind all Gambians that Arafat will be observed in Mecca on Monday, 14 October 2013, followed by Tuesday's observance of the Eid. The Imam Ratib and members of the Supreme Islamic Council also took time to wish the President and the entire government and people of the Gambia a blessed and prosperous Idul Adha. The Children Community Initiative for Development, a public interest-based organization, and the St. Joseph Senior Secondary School have joined celebrants marking the International Day for the Girl Child. The event is marked to increase awareness of the plight of the girl child, as well as providing better platforms for their development in society. In other news, a super cyclone is closing in on India. Heavy rain and wind battered the coast ahead of the storm's arrival. Authorities have declared a red alert and have evacuated nearly 500,000 people. Also, many flights have been cancelled. Authorities say their priority is people's safety, although they are expecting storm surges and extensive damages. Time is running out in the U.S. Republicans and Democrats have less than a week to reach a deal on raising the debt ceiling. If they don't, the world's largest economy could default on its bills. On Friday, there were some signs of progress. As well, the White House says President Obama has signed a clean bill to raise the debt limit as long as no policy conditions are attached. Obama has been holding talks with everyone, from Senate Republicans to business leaders, to try to find a way out of the deadlock. Another boat disaster and another huge loss of lives. Italian and Maltese coast guards made overnight searches off the coast of Lampedusa to rescue victims of a migrant boat that sank. Dozens of mainly Syrian and Palestinian migrants are reported dead and many more missing. And authorities in Damascus say a mortar attack in the center of the capital has killed one and left numerous others injured. With that, we come to the end of the news in summary, which also marks the close of transmission. Thanks for your time, and do have a very peaceful morning.